What's up, friends? I'm so glad you're here working out with us. This is an overview of the exercises that we're going to be doing today. And I'm so excited you're here. It's a posterior chain workout. We're going to work on our legs, our back. It's going to be awesome. So let's get ready for our first exercise, which is going to be the narrow squat to alternating side lunge. Okay, friends, make sure you're standing tall here. You're keeping your toes forward, your core is going to be braced, and you're keeping your chest up. And make sure you're also having your weight distributed evenly throughout your foot. As you come out of your narrow squat, you're going to shift your hips back and down on the lunging leg, and your non-working leg stays long and straight. As you return back to center, you're going to drive through the heel and glute of the lunging leg. And remember to inhale on the way down and exhale as you drive up or return to center. Okay, friends, this is a sneaky good combo move. You are training your posture, pulling strength, and hinge mechanics in one flow. You're starting with your feet hip width apart. Keep your knees soft. The weight is in front of your legs. You need to brace your core, and then you also want yourself to have a long neck and relaxed shoulders. A quick tip if you have any shoulder pain in your upright row is to keep your elbows below your shoulder height. So make sure you don't come up as high with your elbows in the upright row if you are having pain. In this exercise, we're training one side at a time, forcing us to focus on stability and coordination. You want to control the descent into your reverse lunge, so make sure that your working leg is balanced and ready for that movement. One way to help with your balance here is to keep your eyes forward and your chest up. Feel free to pause or slow this movement down so that you can make sure to move optimally throughout this exercise. Okay, so this is the same exercise that we just did, except it's on our other leg. Thank goodness, because that one hurt a little. For your breathing cues here, I want you to inhale on the lunge down and then exhale on the knee drive up. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the knee drive here. Make sure you're pushing through the heel of the front leg and then drive that back knee forward and up. And once you get there, you're crunching ribs towards the knee. So you're pushing the floor away, knee to chest, and abs on. Okay, friends, I think I'm gonna have to apologize. You are not going to like me after this exercise. This one is probably going to be the toughest exercise of your workout because of the time under tension. You are training your lower body endurance, joint stability, and your lateral strength in this one sequence. Focus here on standing tall, keeping your core braced, your chest up, and your eyes forward. And yes, you can make these crazy faces like I am. With this exercise, we're training the arms through different elbow and wrist positions, which builds balance, strength, and resilience. I know that with this exercise, you are thankful that we're really just moving our arms. So we're keeping the rest of our body quiet. We're standing tall with our feet hip width apart. Our knees are soft and our core is braced. This exercise really is great for longevity and not just aesthetics. We're training multiple wrist positions here, which helps strengthen and stabilize our elbow. With this exercise, you're training your strength, mobility, balance, and coordination in one sequence. You're building strong balanced legs here by targeting your quads, glutes, inner thighs, and hamstrings with this one exercise. You're also improving your hip mobility and longevity. You're opening the hips dynamically. You're strengthening the hips in their full range of motion, which protects against hip and knee pain. Be sure to actively push the knee out on your side lunge and not allow it to collapse inward. For your hip hinge, you want to focus on sliding your hips back, keeping your spine long, your core braced, and your ribs down. We don't want your back arching at all. We want you to be strong with this movement. And then for your bent over row, you want to make sure you're pulling your elbows towards your back pockets. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together when you reach the top, and then you're lowering with control. So you're rowing with your back, not your biceps in this movement. Okay friends, here we're starting with standing tall, feet hip width apart. We're shifting our weight into the working leg, keeping our core lightly braced and our eyes forward and our chest proud. This will give us an incredible base for this challenging exercise. I want to talk a little bit about the optimal positioning in that reverse lunge. Once you hit the bottom, you want to make sure that both knees are bent, preferably at 90 degrees. Your front shin mostly vertical, and make sure you're not collapsing at the hip or the knee. All right, as we switch sides here, I want your focus to be on your balance. Really take the time to slow this movement down if you need to. Make sure your working leg is holding your weight. You are strong, your core is braced, and you are really focused on balance. Also, here is a quick reminder that you have to breathe throughout this exercise. Inhale on the lunge down and exhale on the knee drive up. Make sure you're keeping your spine tall here and your core strong before you move. You're wanting your front heel to stay planted, your knees tracking over your middle toes, and your torso staying straight. Also remember not to bounce in that pulsing motion. Stay controlled throughout this movement. I want you to try and inhale on the way down and exhale through the pulses and the stand. right, friends, really stay relaxed here in this movement. Make sure that your shoulders are not rising up towards your ears. Relax your shoulders and then focus on your breathing. You are inhaling as you are lowering your weights down, and then you are exhaling as you are coming up. So as you work on that wide bicep curl, make sure your elbows are slightly flared out and your palms are facing up for the curl. And then for the hammer curl, your elbows are tucked closer to your ribs, your palms are facing each other, and then you're curling straight up. This is the last time you're going to do this exercise, so really work on your form here. I just love how this exercise works on your core stability and coordination. It improves your balance and motor control, and it also challenges your proprioception. You really want to make sure that you have your breathing under control. Inhale on the way down, and then you are exhaling as you drive up or you return to center. You're doing a fantastic job. 10 seconds left. The breathing cues I want you to follow here are exhale on each pull and then inhale during the lowering of your weights and your hinge. This exercise is phenomenal for someone who may have some desk posture where their shoulders are rounded in, because we're building a balanced upper back here with this exercise. We're also training proper hinge mechanics here, protecting our lower back by training our glutes and our hamstrings. Overall, you're building upright posture, shoulder blade control, anti-rounding strength, which will help you feel taller and more stable. All right, since I'm killing your legs here, maybe we should talk about some of the benefits of this exercise. Single leg work exposes and corrects your left-right imbalances. You're targeting your glutes, quads, hamstrings, ankles, and feet in this strength and stability exercise. And you know what else is great about this exercise? It improves your trunk control under movement. This is actually a real life core workout, not just crunches. You are building a strong and functional core with this exercise. Everyone say whoop, whoop, whoop. This is the last time you have to do this exercise. But let's talk about how it improves your balance and coordination. If this were me and I was inside the house, I would probably choose to do this exercise without shoes because it really helps with your proprioception. It also challenges stability during transitions and enhances neuromuscular control. This is a phenomenal exercise for injury prevention and athletic carryover. I'm so glad you've stayed with me to burn out your legs on this last time you have to do this exercise. Remember that the pulses increase our time under tension, which boosts our muscular endurance and burn. I really love how this exercise helps you move confidently when fatigued, and really it works on your mental toughness. This is not an easy exercise, and you are so resilient as you work through it. Friends, I'm so proud of you. This is your last exercise of our workout. This movement is building strong, balanced arms for you. It's improving your grip and elbow health, which transfers directly to daily lifting and carrying tasks. It's also efficient and joint friendly. And friends, I just wanted to say a thank you for being here and working out with me. You and I are both on the same journey to steward our health well, and I'm so proud of you for being here and working out with me. Well done. See you next time.